So I couldn't quite put my finger on it. What was missing from last week's video? Coffee, obviously. Trying something new this week. Truth be told, haven't had time to place any kind of coffee roaster orders or actual like original sauce or any of that kind of stuff. So just popped out to the shops, Lidl, and got a basic Italian blend. Right, see how this goes. I mean, if I didn't botch that side bit there, that'd have been as close to a heart as I've gotten. Anyway, coffee, then out on the bike. Welcome back to the vlog. We are in the third week of the 500 kilometers in August challenge, raising money for Maggies. Saturdays, so long ride Saturday going on. Aiming to get 30 plus miles today, so keep you updated with how we get on with that. Today's a brick session, so we've got 2 hours plus on the bike, and then a 15-minute run at threshold afterwards. But in this video, I want to talk about food. All things food. So, pretty confident I'm at the top of this thing now. I usually prefer a hill climb to a descent, but my God, that was torturous. That was like straight up 20 minutes. Like I've done Caerphilly Mountain a couple times, a couple of reps up Caerphilly Mountain, but that was disgusting. More climbing. Didn't think there would be more climbing after that. Lured myself in. These Welsh mountains are never ending. I think I prefer a climb to a descent. You just got so much more control. Coming up to an hour now, another top of the hill coming up, but I'm not going to be fooled by it. Oh, God. Whatever goes up must come down, must come up again. Okay, well, 2 hours and 33 miles done. Now we just wait and then do a brick run. But yeah, that was that, and then we went into Chester to get some lunch. Well, now it's kind of 5-ish. Feeling tired, gonna make myself a coffee. Then we'll kind of have a chat about, well, what I want this video to be about is how I eat for the week, how I kind of prep myself in terms of nutrition for training, and kind of getting in enough carbs, enough proteins and fats for running and cycling as much as I do, and obviously in the future when everything's back on again, swimming. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be long run. I'm going to make some coffee now. Tomorrow's long run Sunday. We'll talk about that, and we'll go into how we plan a food shop. welcome to Sunday. 10.5 miles coming up.
Right, so these 10.5 miles are a bit different to usual. Usually I'd have my 11-minute warm-up followed with a 3-minute walk. This is actually a straight 10-minute warm-up straight into the actual working set. So a little bit different, but actually a bit more enjoyable. So halfway through the sets now. Workout is 2 repeats of 3 sets. So first set is a 15-minute kind of marathon pace at 9.5 minutes a mile. Second one is tempo, which is 8 minutes a mile for 12 minutes. And then we've got sub-threshold, 7.5 minutes for 10 minutes.
We're back. I have a massive drink of water, jump in the shower, then go do a food shop. Here's a pro tip: never wear grey shorts. Right, so dinner number 1 is going to be an aubergine pasta bake, and that basically does us for 2 nights. So literally we cook it on the Monday night, and then I'll have that on Monday and Tuesday. 1 aubergine, bunch of peppers, bunch of onions, chopped tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, pasta. Really easy to do, and then just sprinkle some cheese on top, bung it in the oven. And the second dinner is going to be a chickpea curry. So we've got some chickpeas, and this is literally going to be a recipe straight out of the book. All fresh, all pure, just vegan stuff. So going to be really good with that. I'm just going to have some rice there. So again, mixing the carbs, rice one day, pasta the next. So yeah, that's kind of both dinners. And I'll go into a little bit more about everything I eat throughout the week and how and why I choose to eat what I eat. So we're just getting ready to jump on the bike now. I've got an hour. I think it's literally just an hour session, but quite intense. Truth be told, for me, food, I never really thought about my nutrition when it came to my training. That's a really stupid attitude to have. Completely accept that. But I think the thing is, for me, I felt mid-20s, mid to late 20s, like it wasn't having such a serious impact on my training, but I felt it. The second I switched to triathlon and running, cycling, swimming, start to notice a really big difference in just the way I felt in these sessions if I didn't fuel for them right. A big part of that journey, and a big part of that lesson for me was actually ultimately understanding how to fuel right and learning just how to do the nutrition thing. So for me, while I was doing CrossFit, while I was doing weightlifting, I knew that if I just ate enough in the day, I would sustain those sessions. I didn't really have to think about what I was eating or the timing of eating it. I knew I didn't like to train while I had food in my stomach, but I did not have the experience of doing a session and just not being able to complete it because of not having enough energy to do it. So, as I get warmed up into this session, what I'm going to do today is do this session, update you about the mileage that I've done for Maggies so far, and then kind of film the evenings where we're going to make dinner tonight, and it's going to be a pasta bake. Nice and simple, nothing difficult to it, just nice quick pasta bake to make. For me, breakfast and lunch every day tends to be exactly the same. I'm a very easy guy to please when it comes to food, and consistency is really important for me.
I don't like to faff on every single day and do things differently. Breakfast is 60 grams of porridge, chuck some milk in there, cacao, peanut butter, almonds, a little bit of honey on top. Lunch is about 150 grams of pasta mixed in with a sauce. Again, you've seen me do that a million times. And dinners is the only thing that really changes. For me, it's not the meal before a session. It's not even the day before a session and what I'm eating the day before. It's literally 3 days of food that build up into that session for me. And that's what I'm finding a lot more with training in this sport, is that consistency in your diet throughout the last 72 hours, or getting enough into your diet throughout the last 72 hours, is what's really important for you when you're trying to get really good performance for your training. Crack on with this session, update you about where we are, Maggies, and then we'll catch up after that. Okay, so Maggies check-in. Today's ride was 23.3, Tuesdays was 21.5, Mondays was 5.92, and 33.5 on Saturday. So the total so far on Thursday, 20th of August, while I'm filming it, is 427 kilometers, which means that we've got just under 73k to go to complete the 500 kilometers in August with, 10 days to go. So I'm pretty confident in completing that, and that's just really good. Donations are coming in, and thank you to everyone that's donated so far. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this and you can donate, again, I will leave the links in the description below. Would mean the world to me if you were to donate. Anything you could spend, I'd really appreciate it if you did donate. Going back to the topic of food, don't get me wrong, macros are important, what you eat is important, nutrient timing is important, but I think with this sport, with running, cycling in particular, for me, the most important thing by far is water. This is a 1 litre bottle. I aim to drink 3 of these a day, and honestly, if I'm low on water, I can feel it in sessions. I can put it down specifically to not having enough water when sessions don't go well. I can feel that. So for me, it's all well and good talking about macros, but I think when in a sport like this where you're sweating as much as you do, water is essential. So I'm gonna get showered now, we're gonna get dinner on the go, and we'll catch up after that. Okay, so training is done for the day and we are making dinner. All I'm gonna do is literally chop up all the veggies. So in it we've got the aubergine, peppers, mushrooms and onions. Everything's going to go kind of in the same pot together as soon as they're all nice and softened. We're going to just chuck in some chopped tomatoes and get the sauce made basically. While that's happening, pasta's going to be cooking. The grill and oven are going to be going and getting nice and warm. Just going to get on with that really quickly and then we'll check in. So onions are chopped up and they're going to go in first just to soften up, and then I'm going to put the peppers in just because they take the longest to cook. After that, I'm going to chuck in the mushrooms and then some garlic. Hopefully the aubergine would have roasted, and kind of everything just goes into the same dish and in the oven. Now all I'm going to do is add the chopped tomatoes in there, make a sauce out of it, get the pasta cooking, and we are waiting on that to roast. And there we have it, plated up.